Okay, here we are on part 2 on our tutorial, and I told you to go up to the 25th row, which I have done here. And now I'm going to cut my yarn, slip stitch in the next stitch, and pull through. So I'm going to put my hook in, pull the other one in through, wrap the yarn around, and pull through both. Oops, sorry, no. Do that all over again. I was thinking of a single crochet. Sorry about that. Okay, what we're going to do is put our hook through, bring the yarn through, and bring it through that first loop, and then wrap the yarn around and go through that other loop. And when you go through, you're going to bring all the yarn all the way through, just like so. And you just want to pull snug and bring that knot through so it doesn't unravel again. So now what we're going to do here is the ear flaps on the beanie. So lay down your beanie as flat as possible. And don't worry about loose stragglers, you can always cut those. And I'm just going to lay it as flat as possible and try to make everything all even from the bottom to the top up. And just do as best as you can. Now, as you can see here, I've lined it up. I'm going to take my crochet markers and put one on each side. So I'm going to put one on this side. I'm getting that very end of the beanie, just like so. Now I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. Now, open your beanie. We have the center of each side. And what we're going to do here is we're going to get the brown yarn again. Make a slip knot. Bring the yarn through. I'm putting it on my finger. All you need is the loop so we can attach it. And every marker, which is kind of hard to see, it's as dark as the thing, every marker we're going to go back 6 stitches. So go back 6 stitches. You can either start this side or this side. I'm going to start on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I got my 6th stitch. I'm going to attach my yarn, slip it through, pull snug, single crochet into there, chain 1 I mean, sorry. Now I'm going to single crochet into that same stitch. And what am I going to do now is I'm going to single crochet all the way across from here. And we're going to go 13. So this is our first stitch. So we're going to go across 6, counting the marker, all the way to 13. You can even take your marker out at this point because you don't need it no more. It's just to guide you to get to the center here and go past and go up to 6. So what we're going to do here is we're going to crochet 13 stitches with the single crochet. So let's go in the next one. That's going to be number 2, single crochet. This is 3, and we're doing just single crochets in every stitch, and I'm laying down my stragglers so I can crochet right over them. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now if your stragglers are a little bit too long and they come out the end here, all you do is just cut them. Just like so. They're gone. Bye-bye. Now we're going to turn our work. You're going to chain up 1, and we're going to single crochet all the way across to 13 again. So here we go again. The first stitch, the same stitch that we chain 1. We're going to go right back into that same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is our center, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and last one, 13. The 13 one might be a little bit tough to get in there. There we go. 13. Chain 1, turn your work around, and single crochet again all the way across, starting with the first one, 1 all the way across, 13 again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and last one, 13. Chain up 1, turn your work around, and do the same thing again, single crochet all the way across with 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and last one, 13. Turn your work around. Now we're going to be doing a decrease on each side, and to do that we're not going to put 2 together. What we're going to do is, instead of chaining 1 and crocheting into the first stitch, we're just going to go into the second stitch and do a single crochet. We just eliminated that first stitch, and we're going to do the same thing on the side. So this is going to turn into a pyramid, all the way up to a triangle type of pyramid thing. So here we are, we're going to single crochet all the way to the end. Just single crochet all the way to the end. Last one, and it should be 12 stitches now. We're going to turn our work around, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Instead of chaining out 1 and single crocheting into the first stitch, we're just going to move along to the second stitch and single crochet. Now we're going to single crochet all the way across, and it should be 11 stitches, counting the first one we just did. So let's count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last one, 11. Turn your work around, go into the second stitch, single crochet. There we go. Couldn't see my stitches there. Single crochet, and we're going to crochet all the way across. It should be 10 stitches all the way across. 1 single crochet, 2, sorry, we already did 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. And the last one might be a little tough to get in there, but get in there. Just get in there. So now we're going to skip the first stitch, move along to the second, single crochet. We're going to single crochet all the way across, counting the first one. It should be 9 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last one, 9. And we're continuing the same pattern over and over again and decreasing by 1 to make this all the way to 2 on the very top. So here we are again. We're going to skip the first stitch, move along to the second, single crochet, and it should be 8 across, counting the one we just did. So that's 2 in this next, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn your work around, single crochet in the second one from the beginning right here, single crochet all the way across, counting the first one. It should be 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one, 7. Turn your work around, go into the second one from the hook, single crochet all the way across, counting the first one. It should be 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. Turn your work around, single crochet from the second one from the hook. That's 1. We're going to go all the way across to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your work around, single crochet the second one from the hook and all the way across, and it should be 4, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around, single crochet from the second from the hook, single crochet across to 3, counting the first one on the right here, so that's 2 and 3. This is our last row. We're going to single crochet in the second one from the hook and the next one, and we are just going to fasten off by just taking our yarn, cutting it, and we're just going to bring our yarn right through the loop. Just like if you're going to do a chain, but you're going to bring all the yarn all the way through, and it just ends that right there. Now, there's your first ear flap. You want to turn your work around, go on the other side where our marker's at, go back 6, single crochet all the way across to 13, and do the same thing as we did on this side, which I'll probably go with you doing this. I made my loop, my marker's right here. I'm going back 6, 1, 2, not counting the marker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in there, put my hook through both loops. I'm attaching my yarn, bring it through both those loops, wrap the yarn around, pull through, make a chain, and then go right back into that same stitch again and put a single crochet. Lay your stragglers down. You can take your marker out. This is our number 1 on our hook. Now we're going to go all the way across to 12, and it'll equal 13 total. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and last one, 13. Chain up 1, turn your work around, single crochet in the first from the hook where the chain is at, and single crochet all the way across to 13 again. So counting the first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, last one, 13. Chain up 1, turn your work around, single crochet in where the chain is at, in the same stitch, and single crochet all the way across, counting the first single crochet you did with a total of 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Chain up 1, turn your work around, single crochet into the chain 1 space, chain stitch, and we're going to single crochet all the way across again to 13. So counting the first one on the hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, last one, 13. Instead of chaining 1, turn your work around, and the second one from the hook, single crochet. We're going to single crochet all the way across, and counting the one on our hook all the way to 12. So every stitch across, single crochet 12. Counting the first one on our hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Turn your work around, single crochet second from the hook, single crochet all the way across to 11, counting the one on your hook. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last one, 11. Turn your work around, single crochet from second from the hook, single crochet all the way across to 10, counting the one on your hook already. So 2 in the next, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Turn your work around, crochet, single crochet from the second one from the hook, single crochet all the way across, counting the one on your hook 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, counting the one on our hook, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. Chain up 1, turn your work around, single crochet the second one from the hook, and single crochet all the way across. And we just continue the same pattern as we did the other ear flap, single crocheting all the way across, turn your work around, single crochet, second from the hook, and just single crochet all the way across again. And you just continue the pattern until you get to 2 stitches on the very top. And that's how simple it is. Turn your work around, second one from the hook, single crochet, and single crochet all the way across. Turn your work around, second one from the chain, single crochet across. Chain up one, no, not chain up one, sorry. Turn your work around, single crochet the second one from the hook. Get to the end here, turn your work around, single crochet the second from the hook, and single crochet all the way across. Last one, turn your work around, single crochet second from the hook. Getting closer to the end here, turn your work around, single crochet second from the hook. I'm on the third one, 2, and 3. I'm going to turn my work around, single crochet across the last 2, second one from the hook, that's 1, and then 2. Now to fasten off, like I said, you just cut the yarn about 3 inches. You're going to take your hook, wrap the yarn around, and pull through that loop and pull all the yarn through and pull tight. Now we have our ear flaps. Now we're going to do the border that goes around our ear flaps, which is right here. This whole border that goes all the way around. We're going to do that in pink. So let's get our yarn, and what I like to do is I like to go on the very edge of where our ear flap is at to attach my yarn. So I'm going to go right into the end here. I'm going to get my pink yarn. I'm going to make a slip knot. Use my finger as a guide. Pull snug. Take it off the hook. Off my finger actually. And I'm just making the loop a little bit smaller so I don't have to pull so tight. Bring the yarn through. Pull snug. Wrong piece. Wrap the yarn around and chain up 1. Now I'm going to single crochet back into that same stitch again. And I'm going to now do a single crochet all the way around. So what we're going to start, let's start from the head right here, the front of the head or the back of the head, depending on your beanie, which way you're going to do it. I'm laying my straggler down and I'm going to every stitch until I get to the other ear flap. So just single crochet all the way till you get to the other side of the ear flap. Don't need a count, just single crochet all the way across in every stitch till you get to the end where the ear flap is at. Couple more stitches to go and I'm still laying down my straggler. I loose in so I don't have to sew it in. I'm crocheting it in. Okay, I'm at the very end. I'm putting my last stitch in, and right here at the very end where our stitches join together to make the ear flap, go right into there. And we're going to bring this up. And to bring this up, I like to go into every one of the loops here. you can actually see where we have the chains. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you're going to go into every row. So just go into every row, starting with this one. And I'm just going to go on the very edge here and crochet all the way in each row. And if you can't see your rows, just guess it out. Not necessarily you have to be exact on the rows. Just guess it out. You can't see. Might be a little snug, so you might be forcing your needle in to try to get into that little loop or the spot that you want your hook to go into. So just work with the yarn. Do your very best. Getting to the end here. Now the very top we have the 2 stitches, so just crochet right into the top of those 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Now we're going to work on the other side of the ear flap, going into every row. So I'm going into my first row, and I'm just going to work all the way down until I get to the end of the rows. And I'm still laying down the other straggler for when we fasten off, so I can sew that in. So I don't have to sew that in. I'm crocheting it in. Okay, my loose end is gone. Already crocheted it all in. And here we are at the very end of our ear flap. I'm going to go right into the ear, the beanie and the ear flap together, where they're crocheted together. And I'm going to just single crochet all the way across in every stitch on the other side of the beanie until I get to the other ear flap. And we're going to do the same thing by going up the rows, everything like that. So let's just single crochet all the way across. Here we are at the ear flap. I'm going to crochet right at the end here where the ear flap and the beanie is attached, and I'm going to go up on each row of the ear flap. And the noises you hear in the background are my boys. I'm gonna excuse. Okay. We're still going into each row. I'm on my last row. I'm going into the stitches now, 1 and 2 on the very end, And I'm going to work on the other side of the ear flap going into each row. Okay, I'm on my last one. We're just going to join with our single crochet, not our chain one. We're going to join right on the top of our stitch right here. Bring the yarn through the loops. Join with the slip stitch. Cut your yarn. And just like we did at the end, so we're just going to bring that yarn all the way through and pull snug. Now we're going to just sew this end in so you can just get your hook and just weave it into your needle, just like so. I made a mess out of it. I'm going to cut it one more time. I'm not using my right needle and can't find it right now, so I'm going to do my best using this one. The head is not that large, it's very narrow, and I'm just going to sew these ends in. And I'm just going right into my stitches, bring it out on the other side, pull snug, and then just cut the rest of it off. Done. So as you can see here, I do have a couple loose ends that I need to fix, and they're not hard to fix at all. I gotta sew this one in too. So I'm going to just sew my ends in, you sew yours in, and we'll get to part 3 on the tutorial where we do our tassels and start forming our face and our ears on this beanie.